Hello, fifth graders. Today we're going to go over how to do equivalent fractions, how to solve estimation word problems, how to divide decimals, and how to find the area of right triangles. So for the first lesson, equivalent fractions, we'll be doing number 3, and it says complete the equivalent fractions. Number 3 says x over 9 equals 3 over 27. So I wrote it out over here. X over 9 equals 3 over 27. When solving for a variable in equivalent fractions, I usually do cross multiplication since that's the most easiest and the most simplest. So over here, we do cross multiplication. That's when you make a cross like this and you multiply these together. So you'll see what I mean. So first I made an X, kind of, and the first X connects X and 27. So as it's called cross multiplication, we'll be multiplying these together, x and 27. So when you multiply those together, you get 27x. And since it's equivalent fractions, you put an equal sign here. And then we see the second one is connects 93. So we'll be multiplying 93, which is 27. So now we're just trying to find x. So we isolate the variable x. And to isolate the variable x here, we have to divide by 27. And we do that for the other side. And you end up with x equals 1. So your answer should be x equals 1. So basically that means 1 over 9 equals 3 over 27. Another way you can do it is just looking at the problem and just finding for x without any other method. So over here we see that 9 was multiplied by 3 to get to 27. So obviously x has to be multiplied by 3 to get 3 because they're equivalent. So what number times 3 equals 3? The only possible answer will be x equals 1. So that's another way to find out your variable. So section number 2 is estimation word problems. And we're going to read and answer each question. There's 5 questions, but I'm just going to go over number 1. So it says, there are about 795 meetings at school. The average meeting size is 6 people. There are about blank people in the meetings. So when solving for word problems, you need to know what the problem is asking for, and you also need to know what the problem gives you. So first of all, they give you that there's 795 meetings, and we see the word about. So that means it's an estimation problem. So 795 meetings. And it says the average, which also implies its estimation. Meeting size is 6 people. So we're trying to find the number of people in the total meetings. So if we're given 795 meetings and 6 people, then to find the total number of people, we need to multiply these two together. So we can do it over here. We place them vertically, one on top of another, and then we do 6 times 5 first, which is 30, and we place it here. Next, we do 9 times 6, which is 54, plus 3, which is 57. And then we do 7 times 6, 42, plus 5, which is 47. So we end up with 4,770. And since this is an estimation, as implied by about and average and the title, we will estimate. These answers will just be estimates. So what number is the closest, which answer choice is the closest to 4,770? Well, that's A, 4,800. So your answer will be A. Section number 3 is dividing decimals, and we'll be doing number 3 together. So it says find the quotient. 3 equals 0.052 divided by 52. So when writing this, we have to put the numerator down here and then the denominator out here. So this one we just have to do it normally. So 52, can 52 go into 0? No, it cannot. It goes in 0 times. Can 52 get into 0? No. Can 52 get into 5? No. So again 0. How many times does 52 go into 52? Once. So we place the 1 here and we subtract by 52. And so just do that normally. And then lastly, since we are dividing by decimals, we have to make sure to put the decimal point in your answer. So 0 happens to be between the first number and the second number. So we're going to put it besides the first one and the second one. So right here. So your final answer should be 0.001. So you can just divide normally, and then you have to make sure to put the decimal point when you're doing decimals, when you're dividing by decimals. So your answer for number 3 is 0.001. So the fourth section, area of right triangles. So we have to find their area, figure not drawn to scale, and this is area for right triangles. So there's total number of 4 problems, and we'll be just doing number 1. So we're given the formula here. To give us the formula, A equals BH2. So let me write it over here. BH over 2. B stands for the base, and height, H stands for the height. So when we're given this triangle, we have to know which one is the base and which one is the height. So the base is the one that's like, the base and the height is the one that creates the 90 degrees angle. It creates like this angle. So these would be the base and the height. So we have to look for the sides that create the 90 degrees angles, and we see that these two create the 90 degrees angle. So these two are the base and the height. Doesn't matter which one, since we're just going to be multiplying them. And it could be either one. This could be the base, and this could be the height, or this could be the base, and this could be the height. So the base here is, I guess we'll just say 8 because it's in the bottom, and the height is 4. So we just put it in place. So base, we replace it with A and H for 4. Since they're equal to each other, we can replace them. Then we divide this whole thing by 2. Remember, by the whole thing. So 8 times 4 is 32. Divided by 2, and this ends up at 16. So your area is 16, and that's just your answer. And that's it for today.